Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to increase your hand flexibility when it comes to playing guitar. One really important reason why it's important to become flexible, even if you're not really doing any crazy stretches, is that flexibility will increase your dexterity. The more flexible you are with your hands or any part of your body, the better you're going to be at using that part of your body. So that's one reason why it's really important to be super flexible with your hands when playing guitar. The first and most easy way you can increase your flexibility is just by fixing your posture. It starts at your feet and goes all the way up to the top of your head. You want to make sure your feet are square, you make sure you're comfortable, you want to make sure you're kind of sitting forward in your chair, like you don't want to be leaning all the way back, you want to be sitting upright, you want space behind the chair and your back, sitting completely upright like I just said, hips forward and relaxed shoulders, good posture, make sure you're able to breathe properly, neck straight, whole 9 yards. Good posture is just the first thing. If you're all slouched over in bad posture and your wrist is all angled, it's going to be a lot harder to stretch. Well, as I fix myself, I relax, it's going to be a lot easier to play a little bit better. Not even a little bit better. It's a lot easier to play a lot better. It's definitely the easiest thing you could do to fix your playing. It'll make it so you can play longer. It'll make it so you can play better. Just have good posture. I know we've all experienced neck pain from playing guitar like this because you're just practicing, not really even worrying about your posture, and then you kind of wake up in the morning and you feel all sore. It's just gross. Have good posture, guys. The first thing you want to do if you want to increase your hand flexibility is first put the guitar down. Now that your guitar is down, let's do some hand warm-ups. In a lot of your guitar playing, your hand is probably going to be stretched like this in kind of an awkward way, so you want to stretch the muscles back here. So go ahead and extend your arm out and have your palm facing in. Grab the back of your hand and just slowly pull in, just to the point where it's just a little uncomfortable. You don't want to feel any pain. You just want a little bit of a stretch there and hold it for about 10 seconds. Once you're done with that, you're going to do the same thing with your palm out, grab the front of your fingers, and then pull in the opposite direction. You should feel a stretch right in here. Again, you don't want to feel any pain, just a good stretch, and hold this for about 10 seconds. After that 10 seconds, you want to flip your palm up and do the same thing by pulling all of your fingers back. Same thing, 10 seconds. After you're done with those stretches, I like to kind of rub out my forearm here, kind of get the blood flowing it, massage it a bit. If you have a massage gun, those are great because they just kind of bring all the blood flow there. It feels real good. It's important to stay loose whenever you do this as well. You don't want to be all tight. You don't want to be flexing all your muscles. That's not good. Got to be relaxed. Now that we've gotten this whole kind of area a little bit warmed up, now we can kind of focus on a little bit more fragile stuff. And that's going to be like your individual finger stretches. So the same thing, put your palm out and then close your fist except leave one finger. Slowly pull it back. You got to be careful with this because your fingers are very small ligaments that go through your forearm. Got to be careful. Slowly pull back. Again, don't want to feel any pain. Just want to feel a little bit of a stretch there. Hold it for 10 seconds. And then you do that with every single one of your fingers. Just pull back, including your thumb, to every single finger for about 10 seconds. Now that you're all stretched out and warmed up, you can do some of these where you squeeze your forearm. Don't squeeze as hard as you can, but just get a good flex and then stretch as light as you can. Good flex, stretch as wide as you can. Do that about 15 times and hold for about a second at the max of each position. Max here and then the max here. Now that you're all warmed up, you can go ahead and grab your guitar again, and now we're ready to do some more exercises. You know, I mentioned sometimes your wrist is like this whenever you play guitar. You want to negate that as much as possible. It's easy to naturally want to play your guitar like this for some reason to kind of reach those lower frets, but it's important that, well, sometimes you kind of have to do that for some positions, but it's important to come right out of it. And if you can, negate this as much as possible by kind of relaxing your wrist here instead of going like this. Doing this is going to add a lot of strain. It's going to kind of lock up your forearm. Think about this. Like if you're trying to squeeze your hand like this, whenever your forearm's like this, it's going to be kind of hard. You can kind of feel a little bit of pain in the back of your hand. While as you squeeze it like this, it's going to feel a lot more natural, a lot more loose, and you do it a lot faster as opposed to this. So just be careful about having your wrist like this for long periods of time. It's going to cause a lot of wrist pain, thumb pain, stuff like that. So just make sure you're trying to relax your wrist as much as possible whenever playing. This next exercise I got from this video here, so I can't exactly remember the guy's name, but I'll link it in the description and have the thumbnail right there. But this exercise is really nice because it allows you to kind of slowly stretch your fingers as well as build strength in your fingers. So this exercise here, you're basically just going to be doing some legato, some hammer-on pull-offs. You don't even need your right hand for this. And you're going to just do this. And after you do this for a couple seconds here, slowly go to the next fret. And then after that, you're going to slowly work your way out to the next fret. And then you're just going to kind of keep working your way this way until you can stretch as far as you can. Right here, I'm starting to feel some pain, so you don't want to go past that. If you're feeling any pain, that's a good sign that you're going too far and you don't want to hurt yourself. So right about here on the fret is my limit, so I'm just going to do that for a little bit. Do that for a couple seconds at a time and then kind of restart and just work your way back up. You might be able to go a little bit further each time, but again, if you feel any pain, stop and just go back a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to force yourself. You're going to hurt yourself if you do. So I'm doing it again here, and now I'm actually able to reach that next fret. After you do that for a couple minutes, you can put the guitar down again, and now you can pick up pretty much any one of these forearm lifter things. You have the ones that are like the fingertip ones. I'll show a picture right there. I just have this laying around, and these are super useful because you can take these anywhere, and you can just sit here and just work out your forearms. You just while you're watching TV, you can just do this pretty much at any time. And doing this is going to build some strength in your wrist and forearm area, as well as your fingers. And this is going to be a great exercise to help overall strength and stability in your forearms and fingers. The same thing with both wrists, because your picking hand is also just as important. So overall, that is pretty much all of the exercises I have for today's video. But I want to end with this analogy here. I want to stress how important it is to do other things revolving guitar except playing guitar, if that makes any sense. If you can tell by my ears, I'm a college wrestler as well as I do a few other martial arts and whatnot, jiu-jitsu, etc. It's really, really important to not just focus on that sport, or for this example, playing guitar. If I'm playing guitar and all I'm doing is just learning new songs and practicing certain riffs and whatnot, that's totally fine, and yes, you're going to get better. In the same way, if I'm wrestling and I'm just practicing a certain couple moves, I'm learning new moves, am I going to get better? Absolutely. But I'm not going to be as effective as an athlete or as effective as a guitar player if I'm not doing other things other than just doing that activity. So that includes like these forearm strengthening exercises when it comes to playing guitar. It's the same thing as going on a run or making sure my flexibility is good in my legs for wrestling and just stuff like that. It's the extra things that are going to help you get even better on top of doing the basic technique, on top of learning songs, on top of practicing new moves. I just want to make that comparison there because it is important to do the extra stuff other than just playing guitar, other than just wrestling. But that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you guys like this video, feel free to click like. And if you loved it and you want to see more content from me, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.